A developing winter storm taking aim at the Bluegrass State. I'm tracking heavy snow and sleet accumulations just ahead.
Power is finally restored to Lexington's Government Center. We'll have the details on when city workers will be back to work.
A Harrison County man accused of sexually abusing a child in Fayette County and Harrison County pleads not guilty.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting another winter storm getting ready to slam Kentucky during the next couple of days.
Yeah, heavy rain, sleet, and snow accumulations are possible, along with flash flooding and messy travel conditions. Let's check in first with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey on this first alert severe weather day. A little bit of everything, Chris.
Yeah, it's going to be a very high-impact winter storm that is likely to shut down parts of the state again for a couple of days as we go into starting tomorrow night and into Thursday and probably into Friday with the amount of cold air that is coming in behind this storm. Let's break it down for you, get you all caught up on how this is likely to progress. First thing tomorrow morning, heavy rain out there. Local flooding problems, a possibility, especially in some of those traditional flood-prone areas. Is this a major flood event? Odds suggest no, this is not a major flood event. By the afternoon, we start to see a switch to sleet and then to snow across parts of the area from northwest to southeast. As we go into tomorrow night, heavy sleet and snow will begin to increase. Significant accumulations, a very good likelihood across most of the region. And on Thursday, this is a slower system now, so it's leaving more moisture around for Thursday, giving us a better shot for heavy snows that linger deeper into Thursday as bitterly cold air begins to move in during the afternoon. Winter storm warning is out for the entire state of Kentucky. Now, basically, southeastern Kentucky just added to that. That will go into effect tomorrow. The bulk of what falls around here comes tomorrow night and into Thursday. You got to remember, tomorrow during the daylight hours, a lot of this will be in the form of rain. But once it kicks in, a swath of very heavy sleet and snow accumulations likely to set up across the area from southwest to northeast. Farther south that we go, those numbers may be a little lower because you have more in the way of some sleet. Still, though, it's a high-impact event across the entire area. We continue to watch that potential for flooding as well, guys. First thing tomorrow morning will be the prime time to get in on at least some local high water issues before the temperature crash moves in tomorrow afternoon. I'll come back in just a little bit and we will break this down in greater detail and show you exactly where that cold air is and how quickly it scoots in here tomorrow.
All right, Chris, thank you. Lexington road crews are preparing for this next round of winter weather. Mayor Jim Gray says he is thankful for a short break after our last winter storm, and he also says that road crews are prepared to be back on duty when required. You're going to hear from Mayor Gray about preparations here in Lexington coming up on WKYT News at 5. Well, with the threat of this latest winter storm, area stores are running again low on supplies.
From salt to ice melt to snow shovels, it's a challenge for many stores to fill customer orders. WKYT's Rebecca Smith has more on how Chevy Chase Hardware is dealing with that demand.
Plastic is what is my go-to shovel.
We caught up with one shopper who was in need of a shovel. Ned Wirtz said the last bout of winter weather in Lexington wore his old shovel out.
I've had these snow shovels for quite some time, and just shoveling over all these years, they started out this wide and now they're half that distance.
It's a scenario Chevy Chase Hardware owner Bill Edwards is all too familiar with. While they have a decent amount of shovels, he said they'd likely be out of ice melt by noon today.
Your shovel is your friend in situations like these. Let's hope we do not have to use them, but in case you do not have one, now is the time to stock up.
Other big box hardware stores like Lowe's are running low in some locations as well.
We've already had phone calls this morning. Everybody is shocked and surprised that we have ice melt and snow shovels, and they're on their way as soon as they find out we've got it.
Your best bet really is to just call ahead before you head out to the store in Lexington. Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
And as of this morning, the Lowe's in Lexington at Hamburg says they have some ice melt, but very few shovels or salt. Lexington's Government Center is closed for another day following an electrical fire.
That fire happened Sunday in the center's garage. As WKYT's Sean Moody reports, workers have restored power but need to do testing before everyone comes back.
This is surveillance video from inside the Lexington Government Center garage around 11:30 Sunday night. Right there at the top of the screen, you can see what security guards saw, flashes and sparks from an electrical fire. City officials said a quick reaction by those security guards prevented a much bigger problem. The building was closed Monday and Tuesday for repairs.
We hope it doesn't happen again, but in a building this old, these sort of things can be expected today, regrettably.
Electrical contractors put new wiring in. By this morning, they had the power back on.
The building sat cold while the power was out. It's going to take the heating system a while to heat the building back up. Workers will also spend today testing the systems to make sure they're safe.
Mayor Gray said this fire was just the latest in a series of issues over the past few weeks. He said there have been at least 2 other incidents with broken pipes.
This has all happened within a month, and upwards of several $100,000 of remedial work.
The building was built about 90 years ago and was originally the Hotel Lafayette. The city moved into the building about 40 years ago, but Gray said that was only supposed to be a temporary location. He says this is not meant to be an office building. If and when the city ever does move its offices, he says the original building should be preserved.
Foreseeable future, we would need to stay in this building, but this building has the potential to be transitioned back into perhaps apartments and the government go into another facility.
In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
The mayor said that fire was caused by water from thawing pipes getting into the electrical distribution center. A former Kentucky teacher accused of sexually abusing a child under the age of 12 decades ago faced a judge this morning.
William Hyatt is charged with sexual abuse and sodomy in both Fayette and Harrison counties. Our Mark Barber is in Cynthiana with the latest on this case.
William Hyatt, a former Harrison County teacher, waived his formal arraignment today in court and entered a not guilty plea. Hyatt didn't say much in court. He only answered the judge's questions and refused to answer our questions after the arraignment.
What do you have to say about the allegations of sexual abuse?
His Harrison County court appearance comes after he was indicted by a Fayette County grand jury in February on charges of sexual abuse and sodomy. The 57-year-old is facing charges in Fayette and Harrison County after being accused of abusing a child 4 times between 1979 and 1981. State police say the child was younger than 12 when the alleged abuse happened about 35 years ago. According to investigators, the accuser has told them that the sexual abuse took place in Harrison and Fayette County. Hyatt taught in Harrison County from 1992 to 1998. Shortly after the 57-year-old was arrested last month, he was also linked to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Bluegrass. Officials say they can't confirm that Hyatt volunteered there. However, the group has released a statement saying that they are angered and saddened to learn about the sexual abuse investigation that reportedly involves a former volunteer. Hyatt is scheduled to appear in court again for a pretrial conference on May 5th. A jury trial is scheduled for May 28th. During his arraignment, his attorney asked the judge for more time before Hyatt's next court appearance. He says he may have some constitutional issues with the case. However, when we asked the attorney to elaborate after court, he said he wouldn't comment on the specifics of the case. In Harrison County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Bluegrass tells us their organization has a zero-tolerance policy toward abuse. There was extra security for the second day at schools in Jessamine County after the school superintendent received a threatening email. Specific details of the threat were not released, but the superintendent says it involved students and staff at East Jessamine High School. Investigators say they're trying to trace the IP address from the email to find the person who wrote the threats.
A man who is accused of robbing 2 Lexington banks went in front of a judge this afternoon. 29-year-old Cody Arnett was arrested yesterday in Georgia. Police say he held up the United Bank on Harrodsburg Road in December and the People's Exchange Bank on Clays Mill Road in November. Arnett is charged with 2 counts of robbery. He was arraigned in district court this afternoon.
Well, this sounds delicious. It's National Pancake Day, and that means free pancakes at IHOP.
And as our Deanne Stevens explains, it's all for a really good cause. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon from IHOP. You know, somebody must be counting around here. Who just said that's your 3rd one, Deanne? Was that you?
No, that was Jim Morton.
Somebody's
I would never say that about you.
Oh, never, ever would you. We are here at IHOP where clearly somebody's counting. I'm not. You don't have to count. You could come on out and have a free stack of pancakes and do it all for a wonderful cause. Miss Kentucky has been here all day, Miss Kentucky team. We have Ramsey and Alex. awesome day today. You're getting to meet and greet lots of folks, but you're also helping out the Kentucky Children's Hospital.
That's true. It's a very beneficial day just to see the warm hearts and the warm pancakes coming together for such a great cause today.
You had to put on some more lipstick because we've been chowing down on those pancakes, haven't we?
Pancakes are really good at soaking up syrup, but they're also good at soaking up all the lipstick that's on your mouth too. So we have to make sure that we reapply that too, so we can keep up a good presence as we welcome other people in today.
Alex, talk about the different children that have been in here too. A lot of folks that have been through the Kentucky Children's Hospital in support of what they're doing today.
There have been so many kids to come in and their families say, you know, this means so much to us. We've had a personal connection. Our child has been here, our cousin or niece has been here, and you're just amazed by the amount of people who want to support kids that they've never met.
Right. You too can support the Kentucky Children's Hospital by being a part of National Pancake Day. Mindy from IHOP is with us. There's so many people in here. We're like dodging, pancakes going everywhere. This is a fun day, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's very fun. Very busy, but it's very fun.
You guys do this once a year. Talk about the millions of dollars you've donated.
Nationwide, we've donated about $16 million. This year, we're hoping to donate about $4 million nationwide.
And the Kentucky Children's Hospital, a great partner for that.
It is, absolutely. We really want to give back because there's a lot of people in our IHOP family who definitely has ties to the hospital.
Okay, come on out. And did you already eat those?
I already ate. They were delicious. He's on his second.
Where are those pancakes I left for you? You ate my pancakes? No. I don't think he's going to admit it. Plenty of pancakes to go around, I'm told. You two can come enjoy some until 10 o'clock tonight here at IHOP. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
All right, sounds very good. Celebrity chef Paula Deen is back in business in a big way.
Yeah, Hatchet Book Group has announced a distribution deal with Paula Deen Ventures. The plan includes releasing a new book called Paula Deen Cuts the Fat, as well as reissuing her older works. She's also launching a daily radio show and weekly podcast on May 1st. Deen was let go from the Food Network and dropped by corporate sponsors in 2013 after admitting to using racial slurs at several of her restaurants in the past. The Dowager Countess of Grantham has announced she is set to depart from Downton. Dame Maggie Smith told the Sunday Times that the 6th season of Downton Abbey will be her last. She says her character, Lady Violet Crawley, is getting too old to realistically continue on the show. The season 5 finale of the British period drama just aired in the United States. Season 6 is set to begin filming in the UK this spring.
Now, this could be the ultimate piece of memorabilia from the hit show The Walking Dead. The town of Grantville, Georgia, is up for sale on eBay. That's where several episodes of the show were filmed, and now it's become a tourist destination. The going price, $680,000, and that includes 9 downtown buildings. Grantville's mayor bought the buildings in a foreclosure deal, and now he's ready to sell. He says several movies are set to film there soon, including one with Tom Cruise. Well, this is like a beat down in a game. Yeah. I mean, first you get just beat, a week or two, and then this slams into you.
Yeah, Chris, we are talking about a lot of serious things happening in a short amount of time here, right?
Yeah, when you're talking about better than 10, 12 inches of snow and sleet in some areas, and that's what we're talking about, then you have the potential to really shut things down for a while. Now, it's a winter storm warning that is out for 119 of 120 counties in the Bluegrass State, although every county should be under a warning at this point. This is for late Wednesday night into Thursday for a heavy sleet and snowstorm into most of the area. In southern southeastern Kentucky, you may see something very rare in just a pure sleet storm for a while coming up tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. We even have the potential, believe it or not, tomorrow night of hearing some thunder with the sleet and the snow. That's how intense of a system we're going to be dealing with. Now, between now and then, it's the high water potential late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So a flood watch is out for all of Kentucky until the early afternoon tomorrow as we begin to see that transition now to sleet and snow. So we may start out the day with some high water potential, then we will end the day with heavy sleet and snow taking over. So guys, this, as we were talking yesterday, multifaceted storm system. Keep this in mind. Areas that get a lot of rain tomorrow, and that's a lot of us. We'll have a lot of standing water, and then tomorrow afternoon and evening, those temperatures crash. All that water ices up. You throw sleet and snow on top of it. You could be talking about just absolutely treacherous conditions developing tomorrow night into Thursday. We'll continue to highlight that potential when I come back in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, how about this? Backyard winter fun, the chance for a perfect basketball bracket, and Snapchat confessions. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
A Pennsylvania man is celebrating winter, and he's giving back to his community at the same time. For the past 3 years, Joel Gift has been turning his backyard into a miniature amusement park for children. It comes complete with a 400-foot luge that takes him more than 8 weeks to build. He also provides his neighbors with a warm fire, music, and plenty of food while they enjoy the icy track. If you can't beat the snow, then I guess just use it and have a good time with it.
Absolutely, I like it. Well, how about this? The excitement of March Madness, it is in the air, especially right here in the Bluegrass, where the Wildcats are undefeated, and fans from all over are starting to think about putting together their perfect brackets. But as optimistic as they might be, some researchers are saying that is near impossible. DePaul University mathematics professor Jeff Bergen says the odds of you picking a perfect bracket are less than 1 in 9.2 quintillion. That means it would be easier to win the Mega Millions lottery 2 times in a row, buying 1 ticket both times, and more likely for the next 16 World Series to be won by the Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox.
But you know what most UK fans are going to do? They're going to have Kentucky there at the top.
Right at the top.
A priest in Texas, how about this, is offering confessions through the app Snapchat. Some people are skeptical, and they say a confession through your phone is not what the sacrament is all about. Now, the priest wants to stay anonymous, but you can reach him through @PriestDavid. He's making himself available through the app through March 16th. It's not clear what church, if any, @PriestDavid is attached to. There's modern technology at its highest level, I guess. I don't know.
It could be anybody.
It could be.
On that note, how about we go on and see what's coming your way now at 5 o'clock, including some very serious weather coming our way.